Good morning, evening, dear nights, candidates, and kind ladies and gentlemen who quest or troll the wonderful land of YouTube. My name is Trolumbo.
And my name is MetalFH.
And welcome to another episode of the Limelight Lounge. And today we have another very special guest, CreepyFadedSpark.
Hello.
Yeah, there's always like a slight delay on that. Like, I think it's the internet, something like that.
Probably.
I've never seen anyone reacting too soon, so that's a thing that's probably gonna happen at one point though. Like somebody's like, yeah, and here is, yeah, hello. Didn't even say her name. Bitch, please, do you even know YouTube etiquette? When you're on someone's channel, you wait for them to introduce you. That's how it works. No? I guess that's how it works. We have a very special guest in the studio, and we're gonna give him some time to introduce himself and his channel rather quickly now.
Round 1. Introduction.
Alright, so CreepyFadedSpark's my name. I play a bunch of horror games because I just love horror, as you can probably tell from the shirt. But yeah, every now and again I'll play something different, funny. I've played Shelter before, so there's an example. But the main focus is horror elements.
Okay. So, now let's move into the actual questions.
Round 2. The obligatory, in-depth, uber awesome question round.
So, an easy thing that we always ask is basically, how did you get started on YouTube? Or why did you start your YouTube channel?
Well, I've always liked the idea of entertaining people, and I love horror and games, so I figured YouTube's a really easy way to entertain people with two of my favorite things. So, I just started with that.
And, well, going further on that question, where did your name come from?
Alright, well, obviously the creepy element is because of horror, but FadedSpark actually comes from when I originally got my Xbox 360. Xbox gave me the name FadedSpark 28, so I got rid of the 28 and just added creepy to it. Not very creative, but yeah. Yeah,
but there's a few of those. I think Tellurian Gull had a similar story.
Yeah.
That's also where his name came from. So yeah, it happens. It's not unique that something like that happens. Just say that. So, being on YouTube means that you need time to record, need time to set up your videos, need time to decide and do some research into seeing which games you're gonna play. But overall, what does your your upload and your recording schedule, what do they both look like?
Well, for now, I've been trying to upload a video every day, and if it's short, I'll upload 2 each day. But for recording, it's literally Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I try and record 7 days worth of videos. Yeah.
So it's mostly in the weekends. So
yeah.
Do you spend some of the other time like playing some games or looking for games that you might want to play?
Well, I've got a folder of definitely over 100 different horror games, so most of the time, if there's a game I'm interested, I'll play that, but I'll just pick at random, okay, we're gonna play this game today, not knowing what it's about. So,
part of your content is basically also the fact that you're mostly surprised by some of the games if you play them, that they're still new to you, and that jump scares and stuff might pop up and surprise you.
Yeah, every now and again, like, I don't know what's going to happen in the game, I haven't done research about it most of the time, so everything is just brand new. A lot of it is pretty original, so it's surprising, yeah.
Okay. That could, that seems like a good reason to have like a lot of jump scares in there as well. And I think for horror games that works really well if you don't know what's coming. It might be spoiled a bit if you play a horror game and you have played it like 7 times already or something. So yeah,
exactly.
I can get that. But if you do something like that, it's probably from a different angle where it's more of a nostalgia feel rather than having like, oh, it's creepy. What would happen?
Like I've played a few older horror games that I would play, but I'm waiting until my mind doesn't remember them as well. So it is still new, while old.
Yeah, you don't only play the well-known horror games, do you?
Oh no, like I go on Game Jolt, I find a horror game. I like giving people recognition of their game, even though it might not be very good.
Do you have like a game that you've played that you regret playing that was that bad, or?
Well, there's been a couple of them. Mainly all the Five Nights at Freddy's fan-made games. Some of them are really, really horrible.
Yeah, it's not the games, but it's like the fandom that's the biggest problem there or something.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't really get fandoms. It seems like an American thing to me because idolization isn't that big in Europe from what I've seen.
Not that I know.
It seems smaller here.
Oh, it's also
there's-
compared to America, it's smaller here too.
So I think it's an American thing.
Mhm.
Because I've seen a few people allude to that in interviews as well, like stars, but it's bigger in America, like the stardom and the idolization, so there's probably some truth to that. So yeah, fandoms can be annoying, watch out with the games that you play. If they have like a rabid fan base, just try and stay away from it. Because they will probably rape you up the ass with all their comments. They will probably be really horrible. Yeah, I don't know, it's just horrible at times. But you've talked about one of your inspirations for being on YouTube and playing horror games is the fact that you you have watched a lot of horror movies. Do you have like some favorites?
Well, definitely one of my top favorites is Sinister. That came out, I think, 2012. It's just the best I've ever seen, probably.
So, and from have you ever played some of these video games inspired by horror movies as well?
I haven't gotten to those yet. I've seen a couple that are inspired, like Nightmare on Elm Street, which is another one of my favorites that I'll definitely want to play. But yeah.
Have you played the Friday the 13th game?
I've played one or two, and nothing major. I want to play the major ones, but I haven't gotten around to them.
So you haven't played the NES game?
No. I've seen it. It looks bad, but I'd probably still play it.
Well, it is bad. I can just say that. It's horrible. But yeah. But out of like movies that you've seen that haven't been turned into a game, could you think of one that you would say like, oh, that would make a great game?
From horror movies that I've seen?
Yeah, from horror movies.
I'd have to say maybe Final Destination, because it would just be interesting to try and prevent the deaths, knowing how they're supposed to happen, sort of.
Yeah, that seems... It would seem like a cool multiplayer game as well, like something that you could play with your friends online. You have like people that are supposed to do something to kill people, and then you have people to try and prevent deaths. It would be a fun experience. It would be very loosely based on the game, but it seemed like a fun on the movie. But it would seem like a fun game. Come on, game developers, what are you waiting for? Probably not gonna see this video anyway. So yeah.
What type of horror games are your favorites?
Ones where it's very atmosphere heavy and it doesn't rely on jump scares.
So it's basically the games where you're on edge most of the time, but not due to the fact that there will be jump scares, but like more psychological horror.
Exactly, like the atmosphere set up and the music playing, but there's no jump scare. You think something's going to happen, but it doesn't really. Those are the best.
And what's the first example that comes to mind?
I'd have to say one that I played recently. It wasn't a big game. Hotel Remorse. It was always set up so you thought something was going to jump scare you, but jump scares only happened once or twice, so it was really good that way.
So the effect of those two jump scares was then bigger because you were like always on edge, but you were reassured at the same time because nothing actually happened most of the time. So
exactly, like there was. Sorry. There was one room where what would it say? Sort of baby music started playing, and the stroller walk showed up, and I was expecting something to jump out at me, but there was nothing but a note.
Was the note scary though?
No, it set up the game very well though.
We're out of bacon. No! That would be horrible. You can just imagine that.
Imagine a game like horror game You find a note and it says, look behind you, and you look behind you and there's just another note.
And what does that say? Look in front of you? And that's like an endless loop?
I don't know.
It would be dumb.
Look up.
Look behind, like you have a plate of bacon, you're ready to eat that, and then you have like a note with that and it says, look behind you. You look behind you, when you look back the bacon is gone. It would just be horrible. And like you can see the guy that you hate the most like sitting there with like bacon grease on his lips. That would be a horror game, wouldn't it? Come on, game.
Yep.
No, it would just suck.
And that's how hatred was born.
Oh, that's how they made that game. Like somebody ate their bacon. Jeez. Okay then, now I get it.
What's your favorite indie horror game?
Indie horror game? I've played so many, it's hard to say. I honestly don't know. There's so many that are just going through my head now that were really great. I don't know.
And just to name a few like that are going through your head now.
Well, indie horror games, they're all from Game Jolt, correct? Right?
Yeah,
That's how it
it's
works.
just all Game Jolt games.
So yeah, Hotel Remorse, the Nox Timor series, really great, really scary. Depended on jump scares, but at the same time the environment was set up beautifully. Yeah, those two, Nox Timor and Timor, were the best.
Yeah.
So since you're in horror games, well, not you.
He's into horror games.
I'm sorry. Thank you. Since you're into horror games and horror movies and stuff, do you also read creepypastas?
Well, I have a few that I've read on my channel, but I'm not a huge fan of them myself, especially Jeff the Killer.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna get hate everywhere.
I think it was like a good story, but it wasn't creepy to me.
Personally, my favorite, personally the favorite creepypasta I have read would probably be The Laughing Jack, because it's just a play on of the imaginary friend that no one can see that is a killer, and it's just, I like that story.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Tulpa then. Do you know that one?
Sounds Irish.
Kind of like
to me
what?
for some reason.
Tulpa.
Oh, Tulpa. Oh,
Never heard of it.
It's also about having an imaginary friend, but the imaginary friend like gains power. I don't know. It becomes like manipulative and violent towards his friend.
I'll have to check it out. Sounds pretty cool.
We did a top 12 favorite creepypastas. It was way too long.
I don't think Jeff the Killer was on there.
No, it wasn't on there. But like, my favorite one was Psychosis. Like, again, not really creepy. It's just a brilliant story to me.
Yeah.
Don't know if you know that one.
There's
No.
a few good ones.
And you chose like just the SCP.
Yeah, the entirety of the SCP
Oh,
Foundation thing. Because
There's too many of those.
Yeah, you also have like on the SCP Wikia, you have some failed ones. I don't know, like they say on the website themselves that they're not good. I don't know.
But the stories are shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you read that?
No.
Oh my god.
Well, I think. Yeah, I like vaguely remember clicking on it, and it was just about like a certain object, like a real object that didn't do anything. I don't know.
Damn, that could be a video for us. We could do like a random nonsense generator where we go on there and like randomly pick some of those really bad ones and criticize them for sucking balls. That's something we can do. Yes.
You also have like troll pastas and stuff.
Troll pastas?
Creepy pastas that are just
to troll people.
I think Jeff the Killer is now on one of those, actually, a troll pasta wiki.
Oh,
Or,
really?
or shit pasta. It's one of the two. It's either troll pasta or shit pasta that Jeff the Killer is now on, actually.
So people got tired of it and they moved it around. So like it sucks now.
Yeah.
Don't keep reading it. Like, I read it once. It was a good story, not scary or creepy at all. I just liked the story itself. I'm not gonna read it again.
Yeah. It's, like, what was it? The thing that I was said, like, how can he not be blind? Like, he can't close his eyes. He will dry out.
Yeah. He'll die anyway.
then, like, people say, you don't have to put too much thought into it. That's not putting thought into it. That's just the first thing that comes to mind when I read something like that. But some of them do take that into account, that they take something supernatural in there, but like Jeff the Killer isn't supernatural at all to begin with. So the way the story is written and the fact that
He's not gonna like magically appear in your bedroom. Go to sleep.
fuck you, I'm still playing a video game, like stab him, throw him out the window.
Round 3. Rando round.
Wait, there.
Oh, there's the box. There's a shoebox full of questions. Quick one. Yeah, it's sticker paper.
What the?
It's really horribly written because...
Okay. It might be creepy to think about. But first, random question. If you could eat one thing and one thing only for the rest of your life, what would it be?
If I could eat one thing only for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner sort of thing every day,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to say chicken wings.
That sounds good. I think when it comes to meat, that's also one of the most, what does it have, like, most, nutrients in it? That you actually need? I don't know. I'm not a nutrition. I'm not a nutritionist.
Stop your boring talk.
Just take a piece of paper. Shove up your ass. Ooh!
Oh,
It's a more negative question.
I kept reading those words over and over until I knew what they were.
Oh, yeah.
Because handwriting.
It looks like shit.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Okay, so second random question. Is there something you dislike about YouTube?
Something I dislike about YouTube?
Yeah.
The spam. Spammers everywhere.
You mean like those people saying like, hey, check out my channel? Or like,
Yeah.
those people asking you to subscribe to other people or whatever? All that weird stuff.
Exactly.
that comes up.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's everywhere.
Well, at least you're not yet like big enough to have like people
Yeah.
pretend to be you and then come onto your comment section and then be like, hey, check out this, you can win these prizes.
That's
Oh
what
yeah, I would hate
was
that.
gonna say.
Yeah, I saw it like the off time that I saw a PewDiePie video. I was going on there and there was like a PewDiePie in the comment section and I hovered over his name and he had 0 subs and no banner, so I was like, yeah, this is probably the real PewDiePie. So yeah, that shit happens. Last question. Come on. Calm down.
Okay, the last random question. What's the favorite game? Well, what's your favorite game that you've played on your channel so far?
Wait, on my channel so far?
Yeah.
I would have to say I'm having a lot of fun with Mageko Castle right now, so that game.
Okay, so you asked on Twitter,
Yeah.
who would you believe first? He who claims to have read all the books, or he who claims to have seen all the porn on the internet?
So what did people answer? We have Tech Stomper.
Tech
Tech Stomper? What? Tech Stomper. giving us his answer.
He said none, because there is always more porn than books, but some books have been destroyed.
Yeah, but if the books have been destroyed and they don't exist, do they count as all the books then? I don't even know.
Okay.
Who knows?
And Mystery Grill answered, I'd say walk away.
From both of them? Okay then.
And then Knox. Who's that?
Yeah, who's that guy? He looks creepy.
Okay, so Noxious Karn answered, books because it takes longer. Yes, there is a larger body of work, but you only have to read a book once. Porn is repeat content.
So see, that makes sense. So, moving back to you.
What is your answer?
Yeah.
For who I would believe if they read all the books in the world or watched all the porn in the world? I'd probably say all the porn. Because Shakespeare.
It also depends on what the guy looks like.
True, true.
Yeah. Oh my god, I just realized something. We said all. That includes all of the illegal ones as well.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, just arrest the guy. That's basically the answer.
Yeah, I mean, if he's got one big right arm and the left arm's all skinny, you know what the answer is.
Probably. Something like that. Like he has like faded skin on his right hand as well. Okay, that was a weird question, but for some reason it got onto Twitter.
Yeah, and because he said faded, I had to think of him.
Yeah, because it's in his name. Oh.
Our last guest, Taboo, left you a question.
Okay.
Round 4. Mailbox round.
And his question was...
What is the creepiest thing in real life that has ever happened to you?
Oof. Okay, so I live in the basement. My room's in the basement. And one day there was just like a whole big spider web above my bed with a spider inside it. And it was... I'm terrified of spiders, so definitely that. Waking up to seeing a spider just sitting there. That was the creepiest.
Have you ever seen that video of that big spider? Like, it seems like it explodes and like hundreds of baby spiders.
Oh no. I've seen it. It's horrible.
Yeah, you've seen it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen too many spider videos in my time.
Are you also afraid of Spider-Man?
No.
Well, it could be.
There probably are people out there who, like, when they see a spider, they want to get bitten because they hope they will gain like spider powers.
I can see like this one guy getting bitten by a spider and then jumping out his window and falling to his death. It would be horrible. No, no, no!
Or, like, every time someone gets like stung or bitten by an animal, they hope they will like gain their powers now.
Like what? The guy that gets bitten by a donkey and is like, I'm Ass Man! It's like... No, that would be... Or like, remember those birds?
Oh!
Tits? If you get bitten by tits, then you can be Tit Man. Jesus, that's just horrible. Or bitten by a swallow, then you can be Swallow Man.
It can also be like, well, I think you won't really survive it. When you get bitten by a hippo, you'll become Hippo Man, and then you like, you know how like when hippos take a shit, they
oh yeah, they use
swing
their tail.
Swing
so
their
the
tail.
shit flies all around.
Yeah, it swings everywhere.
Is that a superpower then?
Yeah. He's like a villain.
That's a movie.
He's gonna cover the world in shit.
But who's gonna stop him? There needs to be a superhero then. Who can stop
Man.
Toilet Man?
I don't know. He was bitten by a toilet.
How does that even happen?
He was like sitting and he leaned forward and the toilet seat like slapped. I don't know. Go ask Toilet Man how it happened.
I don't want to see another origin story, I'm getting tired of those. Every fucking superhero movie, fucking origin stories. I know most of them and then you have to see them again, it's really annoying. Jeez. But that's something completely different. Okay. Well, we were getting close to the end anyway, so...
Yeah, it's like, this is really short. It's because we didn't have Twitter questions.
Yeah, because those take a while sometimes. But we're gonna have to try and get 3 each week, so we have maximum of 3. Or just a set number. So yeah, jeez, we come full circle here. And I think we're about to actually come full circle, because this is basically leading up to the end of the interview, where he just is gonna give you his sales pitch. He's gonna tell you why you need to come and check out his content. So, without further ado...
Round 5. The sales pitch.
Whether or not you love horror or don't like horror, you're gonna get the shit scared out of you nonetheless. There's something for everyone there. If you like comedy, I throw in a joke every now and again, and I play different games every now and again. You like reaction videos, I got those. Replays, we got a few of those. And of course, I've got a few creepypasta reads as well. I don't know why I'm doing all this, but... So there's something for everyone on my channel. Hopefully.
Yeah, except for that one guy that watches all the porn apparently. He should just...
Yeah, nothing for him!
Shouldn't be on YouTube.
Not him, no.
This has been our interview with CreepyFadedSpark. And we'll catch you in the next video.
Bye.
Yes.